Hello viewers, welcome back to our YouTube channel, KC Accountancy Education Center, and today we want to kickstart with our tutorials on advanced financial management. That is a paper on level 3, and it is the advanced of financial management paper that is on level 2. So this is what we are going to start on. So I want us to look at the advanced financial management paper, and I want you to note that as you are doing this paper, get prepared that this paper is going to be 80% quantitative analysis, meaning we are going to be looking at dealing with numbers, and that's why you are always forced most of the times to do the QT paper or the qualitative techniques on level 1. The reason is to actually equip you with the knowledge that you will be using in the advanced papers, like for advanced financial management. And the other thing that you need to note is that this paper is also having some theory. It has some theoretical aspects, and some of the theoretical aspects that we have things to do with ethical and governance, corporate governance. We have things to do with Islamic finance. I know Islamic finance is also on level 2 under the financial management paper, but also here we have an advanced of that Islamic finance where we look at, there are very few things that we look at here which you are supposed to use at the same time when you combine the information that you got on financial management, that's on level 2, then you combine with the information that we are going to be getting from level 3, because it is just an advanced aspect of what we cover under financial management on level 2. So we have ethical and corporate governance. We have Islamic finance. Those are some of the theoretical aspects that we have. So the other thing that I want you to note is the fact that this advanced financial management paper has 2 sections. All the paper is divided into 2. We have section A and then section B. And this section A has 1 question. It has only 1 question that is going to be carrying 50 marks. Section B will be having 2, you will be doing 2 questions. They said 3 questions. You select 2, but each is carrying 25 marks. So that's as per the sections that we have under the advanced financial management paper. So, but just know that the theoretical aspects that we have, they are very easy because they are just small things. They are not all that too much. And that's why I was telling you that it is 80% quantitative analysis, meaning we are going to be dealing with numbers, but at the end of the day, we are also going to be looking at the theoretical aspects. And these ethical and corporate governance plus Islamic finance, the question may come taking like 8 to 15 marks maximum. And most of the times, these questions, the theoretical aspects, they used to happen, or they used to be set, these 2, Islamic finance and then the corporate governance, in question 1. So you find that the question 1 is having some computations, but at the end of the at the same time, it has some theoretical aspects, and mostly these two, ethical and corporate governance plus Islamic finance, they always, most of the times, if you look at the past paper numbers, you'll be finding them under the question 1. And the marks I have said, they will be taking up to 15 marks maximum, if at all the examiners wanted maybe people to pass, but expect at least 6, 8 to 15 marks in there. So let's look at the structure of the exam. The structure of the exam, the examination structure. We want to look at the detailed analysis of how we expect this paper to be. Now, this paper, as I said, it has 2 sections. We have section A and also we have section B. Section A is compulsory, and it is carrying 50 marks, as I said. So if you are used of those questions, if maybe you have just come from your level 2, if you are used of those question 1, whereby they only set 1 question but it's allocated 40 marks, just come to this point on level 3. The fact is, this paper has 1 question in section A, but that 1 question is carrying 50 marks. Now, we want to analyze the 50 marks that we have in section A. You'll find that 60% or 70%, it is computational. Let me first remove this section B. 60% computational. We are analyzing section A question paper. So meaning the other 40% is going to be theory. The 40% theory. So even though the question is actually taking 50 marks, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are just going to find numbers alone. Because 60% of 50 marks, you may find that maybe 30 marks are going to be on computations. Then the other remaining 20 or 23, depending, marks, they are going to be theoretical. Now, that is the composition of section A. Don't think it is just computation alone. We have some theory, and I told you most of the times they put Islamic finance and ethical governance. And how we are going to be going into the tutorials, we are going to first look at those 2 theoretical aspects. At least we first get those easy marks. Now, that is section A. Section B has 3 questions. That's what they said. And in those 3 questions, you are supposed to only select 2 questions. Each question is going to be taking 25 marks. So that is the composition of the question. But even within this, just know here, these 2 questions are going to be also taking 50 marks, meaning it is 50-50. Section A 50, then section B also taking 50 marks. But also, these 50 marks of section B, they are also going to be computational and also theoretical, whereby they can set question, let's say question 2, part A, it is computations. Then part B is going to be theory, or it can be part A, part B, and part C, and these are theory. Maybe this one is taking, let's say, 10 marks, then this one is taking 15. or this one is taking 8, then the other one is taking 17. So it depends on how they have distributed the marks. But what you have to understand is the fact that even in section B, you are going to find that at least 70% of each question is going to be computational, and then 30% or 40% will be theoretical. So what does that call for? You need to take the theory seriously, because I know with the theory, that's where you can get the easy marks. Now, that is as per the examination structure. That's how the examination is structured. Therefore, you need to be careful with this paper. And the other thing that I need to note is the fact that these papers, this paper, they always, most of the times, they bring scenarios. They bring scenarios. And the scenario can take up to, let's say, two pages, 2 or 1.5. And most of the times, the theoretical aspect that is within this question is going to be answered basing on the scenario or basing on the case they have highlighted. So it's not going to be 100% computational, because after making computations, you have to at least make some analysis. As I said, we are just analyzing. We can analyze the results based on what we've got. That's why you may find the computation number is taking 10 marks, but there maybe part B says advise the company based on the scenario or based on the results that you have computed. So the scenario cases, if you are that person who doesn't actually want to read the passages, who doesn't want to read the scenarios, just get used to it so that you can be able to equip this information from the start. We get it from the inception until we go through the revision. So those are the two things that I wanted to highlight as far as the introduction, part 1 of our advanced financial management paper is concerned. Now, in part 2 of our introduction, I'm going to talk about the examiner's remarks. I try to look at the remarks of the examiners to know what the examiners are saying based on the overall performance for different periods, and what are some of the things that the examiner is actually pointing out that are making students not to actually score what they would have scored. So let's meet in the next video as we are looking at the examiner's remarks, and basically, if time allows, we shall also add in something to do with the relevance. How relevant is this advanced financial management paper to the entire qualification of the CPA? How is it relevant, or why was it included? That if someone is to become a certified public accountant, you must have done advanced financial management. We shall look at some of those things, but for now, let's stop this video here and we'll look at the examiner's remarks in the next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified whenever we upload a new video to our channel, KC Accountancy Education Center.